Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRIENDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. Things are heating up in the NFC East, and the latest whispers around the league suggest the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might be making a bold move that could shake up the division significantly. Rumors are swirling that Tampa Bay, currently sitting at 7-8 and in the thick of a playoff hunt, is exploring a trade that would send Antoine Winfield Jr. to the Washington Commanders. This potential deal would be a game-changer, especially for the Commanders' secondary, which has struggled mightily this season. The Bucs, facing a tough cap situation with around $16 million in space, are reportedly looking to shed some salary and acquire draft capital, specifically targeting a second and fourth round pick in this year's draft. The idea is to free up cap space, about $17 million, and inject some youth into their secondary, which has been a weak spot this year. Tampa Bay's defense has historically been strong, but this season, they've allowed a staggering 626 passing yards, ranking 31st in the league. That's a clear area where they're looking to improve, and trading Winfield, who's a versatile and highly skilled safety, could be their way of resetting the roster and focusing more on rebuilding for the future. Antoine Winfield Jr., drafted in 2020 out of Minnesota, has quickly established himself as one of the league's most reliable safeties. Over his career, he's accumulated 527 tackles, 18 sacks, and 9 interceptions, showcasing his versatility and playmaking ability. His PFF grade has hovered around the high 80s, with a career average of 87.0, which is impressive for a safety. He's also known for his knack for forcing turnovers with 12 forced fumbles. His 2024 season has been solid, with a PFF grade of 84.5, ranking him 5th among safeties, and an EPA per target of -0.32, meaning he's effective at limiting big plays. Winfield's ability to cover tight ends and slot receivers, combined with his aggressive run support, makes him a perfect fit for teams looking to bolster their secondary. Now, looking at Tampa Bay's current roster situation, they're paying Winfield around $16 million this year, and with their offensive output averaging only 23.1 points per game, their main focus has been on improving the offensive line and wide receivers, areas they see as more pressing for their playoff push. The trade, if it happens, would free up about $17 million in cap space, giving them more flexibility to sign or trade for other pieces this offseason. However, some skeptics believe that losing Winfield could weaken their secondary, which has already been vulnerable this year. They've given up an alarming 26.9 points per game. This trade could be a gamble, betting on their ability to rebuild quickly and capitalize on draft picks. On the other side, the Washington Commanders are desperately in need of a shutdown safety. Their secondary ranks near the bottom of the league, 31st overall, allowing over 600 passing yards, a number that's hard to ignore. Adding a player of Winfield's caliber could be the boost they need to turn their defense around. His addition would bring a 15% boost in coverage efficiency, significantly reducing the number of big plays allowed. Right now, the Commanders are giving up around 26.9 points per game, which is far from what a top-tier defense needs to be competitive. By securing Winfield, they could see that number drop to around 21 points per game, making their defense much more reliable. Furthermore, Winfield's presence would complement players like Forbes, who already has 5 interceptions this season. The synergy between a versatile safety like Winfield and a ball-hawk corner like Forbes could elevate the entire secondary to a top 10 level in the league. It's a move that aligns perfectly with the Commanders' goal of building a dominant, disruptive defense. And don't forget, adding Winfield wouldn't just be about this season. It's about establishing a defensive backbone that can lead the team deep into the playoffs for years to come. The impact on the team's overall defensive metrics would be profound, and it's exactly the kind of move that could push Washington from a middling team to serious contenders. Now, speaking of the bigger picture, this move could have ripple effects across the league, especially in the playoff picture. Winfield, known for his playmaking ability and football IQ, could be an X factor in the postseason against some of the league's top quarterbacks. His ability to read routes, provide run support, and force turnovers in critical moments makes him a valuable asset in high-pressure situations. For the Commanders, this isn't just about patching a hole. It's about transforming their defense into a formidable unit that can shut down even the most explosive offenses. Looking at the odds, the Commanders are currently priced at around plus 15-0 to win the Super Bowl. But that could change dramatically if they manage to land a player like Winfield. With him in the fold, their chances could improve to around plus 7-0, reflecting a significant leap in their championship odds. His presence in the secondary would also boost their confidence in man coverage schemes, increasing their win probability by about 9%. This kind of upgrade is exactly what the team needs to make a serious run, especially considering the competitive nature of the NFC. Of course, all of this hinges on the trade actually happening, and there are still questions about whether Tampa Bay is willing to part ways with Winfield for the right price. The Buccaneers might prefer to hold on to him, especially if they believe they can turn things around in the final weeks of the season and make a push into the playoffs. But if Tampa Bay does trade him, it could be a signal that they're pivoting towards a rebuild, especially with the potential for a coaching change or roster overhaul in the offseason. The Bucs' defense, which has historically been a strength, might be entering a new phase, and losing a player like Winfield could be a sign of things to come. For the Commanders, this is a golden opportunity. Their secondary has been exposed all season, giving up big plays and struggling to get consistent pressure on quarterbacks. Adding Winfield would not only improve coverage, but also bring a veteran leader and a proven winner to a young and developing squad. His leadership and experience could be instrumental in guiding the secondary through high-pressure situations in the playoffs. Plus, his ability to play multiple roles in the secondary, covering tight ends, slot receivers, and supporting the run, would give defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio a lot more flexibility to craft schemes that keep opponents guessing. In the end, this potential trade could be the move that elevates the Washington Commanders into the elite tier of NFL defenses. It's a bold play, but one that makes a lot of sense given their current struggles and the direction they want to go. If they can add Winfield, it's not just a rental. It's a long-term investment in their defensive future. And considering how much they've been emphasizing building a stout, disruptive defense, bringing in a player like Winfield could be the final piece of the puzzle. The upcoming weeks will be crucial. The NFL trade deadline is always full of surprises, and if this deal comes to fruition, you can bet that the entire league, especially the NFC East, will be paying close attention. The Commanders fans should be excited because this move could be just what they need to make a serious statement in the playoffs and beyond. Imagine a defense anchored by Winfield, Forbes, and a talented front seven. Teams would think twice before attacking Washington's secondary. So in short, keep an eye on this story. It's one that could reshape the division. The Commanders are looking to make a statement, and adding Antoine Winfield Jr. could be the catalyst that pushes them into serious Super Bowl contention. It's a bold gamble for Tampa Bay, but if it pays off, it could set the stage for a new era of dominance for Washington. The NFC East might be about to get a whole lot more interesting, and fans of the Commanders should be getting ready for some exciting times ahead. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think acquiring Winfield Jr. would make the Commanders a playoff powerhouse? Or do you believe Tampa Bay might hold on to him, betting on their own turnaround? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. This is the kind of move that could define the franchise's future, and we'll be watching every step of the way.